In this video, I'm going to break down the exact 6 stages that you'll need to implement if you actually want to grow your videography business and take it to the next level. And I'm going to give you the step-by-step breakdown on how you could take it to $30,000 a month. We're going to break down the offer, client acquisition, booking appointments, how to script ads, how to launch ads and have leads coming to you in the next couple of days, how to actually sell clients. And I'm actually going to reveal to you 2 stages I've never shown anyone on my YouTube that I gatekeep just for my clients to actually pay me. And so in this video, I'm actually going to give them to you so you can implement this funnel, implement this system, and go make some money. But here's the thing. Most videographers are stuck thinking that selling more cheap retainers and content packages are what's going to get them to the next level. And let's be real. This is what has you stressed out, overworked, running around town like a chicken with his head cut off. And right now you're trading time for money. And it's not even a lot of money. You know you should be making a lot more money. And so I'm going to show you how you can trade value for money and become a lot more valuable to your clients. And the only way to hit $30,000 a month is by having 2 things. A predictable way to generate leads every single day, daily, right? It's supposed to say daily. And you need to have a unique offer. An offer that makes you more valuable. An offer that gets your clients an ROI. Right? And so let's break down exactly how you can do this. And the crazy part is you don't need a crazy budget. You don't need some big budget. You don't need a lot of experience to have a record month. Just like Trevor. He was doing real estate media, working with a bunch of cheap clients. He came in his first 25 days, he implemented this exact system I'm about to give you so you can copy and paste into your business. He spent $400 on ads and he made $26,000 in revenue. And he even got a 20K plaque that we send to all of our clients who cross $20,000 a month. And we just shipped out about 50 of them. And so it's absolutely awesome to see people doing this. And I know you can do it as well if you follow this exact blueprint. And so after scaling my own content agency to 100K a month and helping 200 videographers do the same, I have one promise for you in this video. You will walk away with a clear offer, a simple way to attract clients every single day, and a predictable system to deliver clients results and keep them paying you for years. Because let's be real. If you hand clients some content and they don't get an ROI, they stop paying you. You need to be able to show them a direct ROI that is contributed from your work, from your help. And so this is my most valuable video of 2025. I just spent the last 4 hours compiling all this value to give it to you. And if you're serious about scaling your video business, don't just watch this video, watch it and take action. So let's dive into stage number 1, which is the offer. Here's where you're at right now. You make amazing content for your clients, but then they go post it, it doesn't make them money, and they fire you. They almost look down at you, and they're like, where's my revisions? Where's my edits? They're not looking at you as someone that is a partner in their business. That is not a way to grow. This is what we're gonna help you implement. You need an offer that clients see an ROI and pay you for years. An offer where you have one aligned goal with your clients, and that goal is to help them bring in predictable revenue, help them grow their business, and they can see that. They can see that they're making money from your video skills and your skill set of running local ads, which is something I'm going to break down in this video. And so once you can help actually clients win and make an ROI, guess what? They stick around for years. And guess what as well? Businesses are willing to pay you a lot more money since you're helping them get results. They are now seeing you as an investment and not an expense. And a starting price for this offer is $6,000 to $10,000 upfront, depending on their industry. And you want to consider this as an implementation fee. They're paying you this to install this proven system into their business. And then after that, you're going to work with them for the next 12 months for $2,500 a month. That means you're going to make $30,000 over that 12 months plus the $6,000 to $10,000. That's almost a $40,000 client per client. This is the model that is going to take you to the next level. And once you pivot, you're going to go from burnt out and underpaid to closing way more high-ticket deals every single week. These are some of my clients. We do quarterly meetups where we fly to different countries and they fly in and we connect with them. And it's kind of cool to see how many of them transition and go to the next level. And so the offer that you're going to help them implement, I call it the hybrid method. The hybrid method includes high-quality content plus a local Instagram ad, which then makes your clients money. And guess what? When your clients make money, you make money. So the question then becomes, who is willing to pay you this much money? Well, the answer is contractors, turf companies, roofers, mobile detailers, pool installation companies. There are so many of these industries in your city that are willing to pay you. And here's the thing. These businesses need your help because right now they are relying on 2 companies. They are paying 2 different people and they'd prefer to pay one. They are paying a marketing company to generate them leads, and then they are paying a content company to get them high quality content. And so if you can become both, you are extremely valuable. They prefer that because most marketing companies don't understand the high quality content game. They don't understand storytelling. These businesses, there are thousands of them in your city. Google it. Go look up HVAC business in your city, pool installation, mobile detailers. Look at how many there are in your city, and when you run a local Instagram ad, calling them out and bringing them in, you will start attracting a ton of them on a daily basis. But one thing you need to understand is these businesses want leads. They don't want just content. They want a predictable way to generate attention for the business. They want to spend less time making content that flops, put more energy into building their business and closing deals. And once you understand that clients don't really care about making a lot of content, they just want content that converts with a local Instagram ad, you will understand that they are much happier making less content, which guess what? Means less editing, less work, less content shoots for you, and you're still more valuable because the ad is what's bringing them a lot of deals. And so let's dive into stage number 2, which is client acquisition. I'm going to break down exactly how to create an ad, script it, where to record it, and how to launch it so you have leads coming to you on a daily basis. But before that, we need to talk about what most of you are doing. You're relying on referrals, sending cold DMs, cold outreach, calling these businesses, and wishing for the best. You're like, God, please send me more business. Please help me out, right? That is not how it works, right? You are in a feast and famine cycle month after month, stressing out how to pay bills and stressing out how to grow this business to the next level because you're not willing to learn a new skill set. You're not willing to dial in your acquisition. And so you need to watch this video and actually follow this exact system because you're going to wake up to new leads every single day. And this is keeping you stuck month after month after month. And so many of you guys care. You care about helping your clients. You care about really serving your community, yet you're stuck with the cheapest people because you don't, one, know how to get them a lot of value and make them their money back, and two, you don't know how to attract them on a daily basis. And when you have a local Instagram ad that I'm going to show you how to implement, you will take over in your city. Here are two of my clients. There's Tracy and Kelsey. They got 500,000 views and 970,000 views for Reyes. Reyes just had a $75,000 a month last month. Kelsey just cracked $35,000 a month. And here's something I want you to think about. When you're getting that many views in a small little circle, imagine you're in this little circle. This is my city right here. I'm in Boca Raton. We set an 8-mile radius. There are only about 1 million people in this little circle, meaning every single business owner is seeing my face over and over and over again when you run a local Instagram ad. And that is why my clients are winning. That's why they're able to scale to record months. And that's why Reyes over here had a $15,000 deal, right? That's him over here. That's me teaching in Costa Rica. That was a fun retreat. Second one is Tracy. She had a $35K a month and closing $6,000 pay in fulls left or right. And if you see PIF, that means pay in full. 15K PIF, pay in full. You see that? $15,000 paid in full. When's the last time you had a 5K pay in full, 10K pay in full? Probably doesn't happen because you're selling the same offer as everyone else in your city. And so how do you launch an ad and hit the exact location you want to serve and pick and choose who you want to work with? And the best part is you can choose the gender, age range of your perfect fit clients who can actually afford to pay you $6,000 to $10,000 up front. And this is awesome because with ads, you can get very, very selective on interest, age, location, all this stuff. And I'm going to break down exactly how this works. And so let me show you live how to do this. And so when you're creating an audience, you want to come into business.facebook.com or Business Meta Suite, right? You come into here, the page will look like this. And then you go down here to ads, make sure your Instagram is connected to the actual ad account. This takes a couple seconds if you don't know how to do that. And then you go to create ad. This is how you're going to actually create the audience. You go to boost Instagram post, and then what you're going to do is select any post, right? Any one of these posts. It doesn't really matter. You're going to hit boost. And so it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down and you're going to go to audience. Go to create new, and what you're going to name it after your cities. And I'm going to give you guys two examples, a bigger city and a smaller city. That way you understand how to actually create an audience the right way. So when you hit a larger city like Los Angeles, it would be insane to go 40 miles or even 35 miles or even 20 miles. You want to hit a pocket. Wherever you are located, that is where you want to hit. So for instance, a good city would be like Santa Clarita. And what you're going to do is you're going to drop a pin and you're going to go around, say, 11 miles. That is a better route to go than hitting all of Los Angeles because what you want to do is make a dent in the market. You want to hit the market so hard that they see your face every single day over and over and over again on autopilot. And when you launch an ad in a bigger radius like that, right, and if I did the whole city, and so what's going to happen is your dollars just aren't going to go as far. And so that is an example of a larger city. right? And it doesn't matter where you're at, Santa Clarita, Pasadena, it doesn't matter, right? I'm not from LA, so I'm just gonna give you guys another example down here as well. And so say I wanna go Santa Monica, what I'm gonna do is literally the same thing, right? I'm gonna go 10 miles. This is more than enough, right? I've been here, this is a massive part of the city. And so now that you know that you wanna hit a pocket in a larger city. Another type of city is Columbus, Ohio, right? Columbus, Ohio is my hometown. And so you literally want to take the whole city. You want to hit the entire city. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a pin, and you should know your city. I know that this region is a little bit more wealthy than this region, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to want to attract as much of the bottom region as much as I'd want this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a pin, but I'm going to drop it a little bit north of the city. And then what I'm going to do is go 25 miles. So I hit all of this, right? I hit all of the city, all of the outskirts, but I'm also hitting the wealthier region because I know there's money there. And so you want to be very strategic with where you place a pin, because this is very, very important. And when you create an audience, you don't need to do it again. You create an audience once and you're good to go moving forward. So let me give you a breakdown of exact parameters you need to set if you want to have the most profitable ad audience out there, right? So you're going to name the city, have Advantage Plus audience on, right? Gender, all. And the age range that we found that worked best is now 25 to 60. That's what you want to do. You don't want to go above 65. You don't want none of that, because someone that clicks on their phone like this, dude, they're probably not making content and converting leads on Instagram, right? And so we go 25 to 60 for age. And then you're going to come down here and make sure your actual location looks good. And then once you like confirm that it looks great, and then you're going to go down here to detail targeting. And make sure you don't do 2 pins or 3 pins. You want to do just 1 pin and make it very, very simple. And that is how you drop a pin. You literally pick and choose where you want to go, and that is how you create that. And so detail targeting, you want to literally go broad on interest. Business and finance is a good interest. We are telling Meta who we want to attract, and business and finance is a really, really solid interest base. So what you don't want to do is add a bunch of little interests like this, like HVAC, construction, roofing company, because what you're going to do is you're going to choke the audience. You're literally going to like choke the audience and make it significantly smaller than what it already is. And when you're running a local ad in a small radius, like 25 miles, you're already limited to a certain amount of businesses. And so you don't want to add a lot more interest, because that's not going to help you out at all. And so save the audience. And once you save the audience, it's going to look like this, right? It's going to save and you are good to go. You don't need to do anything else with that audience, and it should pop up right here. And that way, whenever I show you how to launch the ad and actually convert the leads, your audience is ready to go, so you're calling out and bringing in the right type of people. So now that we have a winning audience, we need a killer ad to bring in the right type of people, and I'm giving you the winning ad strategy. So here's the framework we use for local Instagram ads. And this is a winning structure that's helped 200 of my videographer clients absolutely crush it. First things first, you need to do a market call out. In that first line, you want to be very, very, very clear on who you want to attract and what location they're in. So you want to call out businesses in your city. This is very important. This is like prime real estate in a local Instagram ad. Secondly, once you have their attention, you want to keep their attention. So what problem do you solve for that business? How do you help them? The problem you're solving with this offer is you're helping them implement local Instagram ads. You're helping them stand out with a brand new method. You are helping them grow their business and become the most reputable business here on Instagram. You're helping them solve their issue of lack of leads. You need to understand the problem businesses have. What problem do they have, right? They're stressed out month after month because they don't have a way to get leads. And so solve that problem for them, and this will make you a lot of money. And so you call out, again, this is an example. If you're a service business here in insert location, here in Boca Raton, the biggest problem you're dealing with right now is every single day you wake up thinking, how am I going to get my next sale? And you have no clue where they're coming from, right? That is a transition from a market call out into a pain point. After that, we want to show them that we have the solution. We have exactly what's going to solve their problem. We have the cure, right? Showcase it. How does it make their life better? What do you do? What do you help them implement? So using one local Instagram ad plus high quality content, we can help you become the most reputable business here in town and take over in your industry. After you talk about desired outcome, you want to hit social proof. What social proof do you have? Who have you helped in your city? Use before and afters. You want to list this off in your ad. That way they can see that this might work for them as well. All my clients are given an exact script that absolutely crushes, and we script the first 3 ads to help them actually stand out in their city, and they're able to use social proof like this. After helping 100 plus local businesses, right, this allows you to stand out. You want to have social proof. And so After that, you want to have one clear CTA. Only one. Do not say, give me a follow here on Instagram and message me and text me and dude, no. You want one clear CTA. Follow me here on Instagram for more information on how to grow your business. Very, very clear. One CTA, no fluff, no extra words, direct and to the point. Do not think about ads like short form content. They are not like content that needs like some storytelling. They don't need to be long. They don't need to have a lot of details. The less details, the less fluff, the better, because you are targeting cold traffic. These are people that don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you. You want to be bringing them in, and then you're going to be able to retarget them with retargeting ads and all these other things that we teach our clients. And so that is the way you want to think about this. You want to bring them into your system. You bring them into your ecosystem. And that way, once they're in, because they resonated with a certain pain point, then you can use this messaging framework I'm going to give you to book them in, right? And so recording the ad, do it in a place in the city that is recognizable, a downtown, and near an arena, near some like well-known buildings. I've had clients do it like on the Santa Monica Pier, on a mountain, on whatever. Get creative with it. Because here's the thing. When I see your ad and I notice like right off the bat, I'm going to notice two things. The visual hook and the verbal hook. Your verbal hook is going to say you're a business here in insert location. So right off the bat, I hear my city. Second thing I notice is you're standing somewhere that I drive by. You're standing somewhere that I know, right? And so that makes you a lot more reputable because your competition is not other videographers once you have this offer. Your competition is other marketing companies that are running ads nationwide. And when they're running ads nationwide, you literally can dominate them because they're not in your city. People like to work with people that they can shake their hand, trust them, and actually work with them, actually meet them, actually be there with them. You're in that city. They want to work with you. They'd rather hire you. And so stand somewhere, and this is going to help you out a ton. So launch an Instagram ad. You're going to first post your ad as an Instagram reel, and your caption needs to be your city. So say Columbus, Ohio businesses, follow at your username. You want to be able to click the username. This is another CTA. This gives the consumer a second chance to convert. Your first chance to convert is when you say, give me a follow here on Instagram in the end of the ad. But this also gives them a chance to convert because follow me at whatever on your Instagram is going to be right on the ad. And so if they resonate with the messaging, if they resonate with your actual ad, they will follow you then. And that is an actual conversion. That way you can actually go book them in and hit them up. What you're going to do is you're going to boost Instagram profile, and you're going to start with 30-day budget and running continuously, right? Let me show you exactly what you need to do. And when you have leads coming in every single day and you implement this setting framework that I'm about to literally break down for you, I'm giving it to you, you're going to make so much more money. And so let me show you exactly what you need to do. So say this is my ad, or let me just give you an example. So now that you've posted that post on Instagram, I'm going to show you exactly how to launch the ad. It'll look like one of these random posts. Your caption should say, local service businesses, follow at your username, right up there, right? And so very, very simple. And you need to start understanding that your Instagram is a funnel. It is no longer some like social platform that is like for fun. It is a platform that is about to make you a whole lot more money. So start treating it that way because leads are going to start coming into your Instagram every single day. And so what you're going to want to do is optimize your bio and list off exactly what you do. I help businesses implement local Instagram ads and high quality content. And then you want to have a CTA, and then ideally a VSL link that takes them to a video that breaks down exactly how this works. This is something I give all my clients. And then client wins. I have literally thousands of client wins, like literally thousands. Like you can come here and scroll till your fingers get tired. You can literally click through win after win after win every single day. And you like there's gonna be more and more and more. And that's how you want to treat your Instagram. Literally, like right here, if someone comes here, click, 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 like look at this. Every single day, every day. And so that's what you want to do. You want to start treating it like an actual funnel. And so again, you post your video, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come back into Business Meta Suite where you created that actual audience. And what you're going to do is you're going to go here and create ad, right? And so this time we're going to actually launch the ad. Then you're going to boost content. You're going to select the ad that you created, and you're going to make sure that it all looks good and the caption is spelled correctly, because once you launch the ad, you can't go back and edit the caption without having to delete the ad and redo the entire process. So what you're going to do here is you're going to make sure the objective here is get more profile visits. If it says that, you're good to go. Advantage Plus Creative, we turn that off. We don't want it messing around with our stuff. We already have Advantage Plus Audience, which tests different audiences in the market. Visit Instagram profile, and you want to make sure that it's the right Instagram. And then what you're gonna wanna do here is come down to audience and select the one that you created. And it should look like this, right? The location, minimum age, interest, Advantage Plus, on. And then what you're gonna do is come down here and run this ad continuously. And my advice is start with a budget of about $30 to $35 a day, and you should be able to close your first deal within a week or so. Most of my clients close a deal within their first week, but we do work with them one-on-one and help them implement this entire process. And so once you have all this done, right, it looks like this. You see the post, everything's spelled correctly here. You're gonna go here and hit publish. And so what's gonna happen now is your ad's gonna start going through a learning phase, and this means that your ad is gonna get approved, and it's gonna start putting people in front of you. It's gonna start sending you likers, followers, and it's gonna start testing the market. So your first couple of days, you'll see an influx of leads, and then the quality will get better and better and better as you run the ad. And so now that you have leads coming in, you need to be able to book them. And I'm gonna give you the exact setting framework that absolutely crushes for all of our clients. And we're gonna break down exactly how this works. And so what you wanna do is you wanna follow this framework to a T. And it starts with the 10-second rule. The 10-second rule is where you look at the Instagram of the business and you spend 10 seconds to personalize the message. And the message is gonna go along the lines of like, what's up, Bobby? Good to connect. Send. Looks like you're crushing it with your insert business. All right, like literally list it out. It looks like you're crushing it with your Bobby's business, whatever. And then you wanna hit them with, how long have you been running the business? All right, this is a question mark right here. How long have you been running the business? The reason we do a personalized message and then we ask a question is because we want to control the frame. And so people will respond a whole lot better if you personalize, you call them by their name. And you ask about their actual business name. People like to talk about themselves. People like to talk about their business. And here's the thing, unsend, send. This is something we teach our clients and it absolutely crushes. If someone doesn't reply, you can unsend the message and resend it in the next couple of days. Follow-ups are absolutely crucial for you to make a lot of money. You will want to dial in this entire process and send the message over and over again until they respond. And what we do with our clients is we help them implement a virtual assistant, and this automates the entire process. That way you can wake up to 5 to 7 leads every single day. Every day, you just wake up and there's calls you got to take and then convert them. And so that becomes a whole lot easier. And so another thing you want to ask them after they respond, and you want to acknowledge people, right? They're going to be like, oh yeah, I've been running my business for 7 years, whatever. You want to be like, man, that's awesome. Looks like you're crushing it. Send. So now that you found out how long they've been running their business, you want to transition into the next question. Have you ever run local Instagram ads? But we don't want to ask question after question after question. We want to first acknowledge them. That way you don't come off as a robot. And so you want to say, man, that's awesome. You've been running your business for 7 years. That's cool. What are you currently doing to generate leads? Have you ever run local Instagram ads? That works extremely well. Or are you relying on word of mouth, or have you tried local Instagram ads? And so it's like a this or that question. And then they'll be like, oh, I've never run local Instagram ads, whatever. And so what you'll do then is be like, hey, would love to give you a breakdown of how you can scale with local Instagram ads. It's the same strategy that got us connected here on Instagram. And so now that you have this information, what you're gonna wanna do is pitch an intro call. Intro calls are a 5-minute phone call where you ask them a couple questions about their business. And once you take this phone call, you then book an in-person meeting. And the intro phone call is not to have a long discussion and tell them the price and all that. The intro phone call is literally to just gather information. How long they've been in the business, what have they tried for acquisition, and you want to keep the frame. You don't want them like interrogating you on this call and like holding the frame. You want to hold the frame. So now that you have that information, you want to take a call with this lead. And the call is not to give them the price and give them a whole breakdown, right? It is simply a 5-minute phone call. And on this call, you are qualifying them. Do not let them qualify you, because it's very easy to give up the frame. It's very easy to lose the entire frame, right? And so on this call, you're literally simply asking them, how long have you been in business? What have you tried for acquisition? What have you tried anything on Instagram, right? And then you get a clear picture of like, hey, is this someone I'd want to work with? And then once you take that call and you got some information, you want to pitch an in-person meeting. This is the easiest way to close a lot of deals. And in this video, guys, I'm still going to give you the breakdown of how you can close these deals in person. It's the best sales meeting framework I've ever seen, and it crushes for our clients. And so here's the thing you got to accept. If someone leaves you on scene throughout this process, we keep following up, all right? And here's the thing. You need to be able to track your leads. I don't care if you use a Google Sheet. I don't care if you use Go High Level. I don't care if you use Notion. You need to have a CRM to follow up with leads every single day. Because along this process, some people will not respond right away, and you need to follow up with them over and over again because this is an absolute game changer for their business. And so now that you've taken the phone call and you've pitched the in-person meeting, it is time to close that deal. And so one thing you need to understand is this process works extremely fast if you follow it to a T. Like if you follow it 100%, it crushes. And so here's an example. My client Cooper launched his ad and within 2 days had 50 leads and 3 sales calls. In his first week, he closed $10,000 in sales. Right here, there's a screenshot. Right? And then his first month, he closed $25,000 in sales. I think it was actually $26,000 in sales. But that's the power of having a killer offer and a way to bring in deals every single day. This absolutely crushes. He literally sent me this framework. He spent $38, 50 followers, aka leads, 24 DMs sent, 3 calls booked. And this is literally how to scale. This is how you take over your city by having leads come to you. And so one thing you need to understand is the goal is to get clients off the platform. You want to get them off Instagram because right here on Instagram, you are another marketer. These people are seeing ads left and right. And so your goal is to have a chat with them on Instagram, get an intro phone call set, either do a Zoom meeting to close them or an in-person. I recommend in-person for your first couple sales, and then collect cash. And once you collect cash, you want to treat this process like a machine. You're going to start closing way more deals, and you want to take a portion of this money and put it back into ads because that's what got you those leads left and right. And I'm about to break down exactly how you can use our in-person PIFs method in order to get way more deals and clients paying you up front because you're able to present your offer in a way that makes sense for them. They're going to see it as an investment for their business and not just another expense, just like content packages. But here's the thing. I need you to not take this from me. I need you to take it from videographers that are just like you. These videographers are just like you. They were selling content packages, stressed out month after month, running around town like a chicken with his head cut off. But then they implement the hybrid method, which is an ROI-based offer, and they finally have a predictable way to generate leads every single day. Clients like Luke, who just in 6 months made $280,000 and took over his small town in Utah. This works in any city. Clients like Sev, who after we onboarded him, helped him with his offer, and he contracted close to $30,000 in 10 days. Right? He went from real estate media, working with a bunch of clients, a bunch of cheap clients that he hated working with, to scaling this thing up like crazy. And just like Jake, who in his first 4 days running an ad, he turned $89 in ads into $6,000. And that's not all. Gian closed an $8,000 deal last week. Andrew made $41,000 his first month, and he's like, dude, I was skeptical of working with other programs. He's like, dude, I didn't think that this would work for me, but I went all in, and boom, he was stuck at $10K a month for over a year and went to over $40,000 a month. Parks joined literally in his first week and closed a $6,000. He's like, I'm stunned. It's crazy how fast you can close a lot more deals with a way better offer. And just like Raheem, who closed 2 $6,000 deals in a day. So he had a $12,000 day, which is absolutely awesome. And just like Matt, who closed his first PIF, he's like, dude, I was doing cheap retainers before. It's time to go all in on PIFs. Because when you have $6,000 days, life just changes in your business. And Clinton, who had a $12,000 day. These clients are putting up their screenshots, man. Like, this is an absolute killer offer. And you need to understand that you need to implement an offer just like this. Tayden, 14 days ago, first pay in full, $6,000. He literally joined in his first 14 days and got a deal. Another one, Harley, $10,000 pay in full. If you're noticing a common trend here, the trend is a lot of these clients are closing a deal within their first 5 to 14 days. In the first literally 1 to 2 weeks, they're closing their first deal using the system and taking their business to the next level. And so if you guys see these results, you're like, wow, I want to actually scale my business in 2026, and I want one-on-one help, and I want the other 1,000 pieces that I'm not even able to show you in this video because there's so many other things that you need to implement in order to do this the right way, then book in a call down below. Me and my team will give you a ton of value and see if we're a good fit to work with each other. So let's dive into stage number 4, which is sales. How do you actually make some money using this system? And that is in-person PIFs, in-person pay in fulls. And so the pros of this, it's very easy to build rapport, right? Massive trust factor, way more personal than Zoom calls, way more personal than just like any normal sales call. People buy from people they like and trust, and you need to understand that online, again, you're just another marketer. The faster you get this through your head, the more money you make. In person, you are a real human being that can help them truly grow their business. And this is going to be an absolute game changer for your business because once you understand the framework I'm going to reveal to you, you will make a lot of money. And so, where to do these meetings? Take them out for coffee, buy them lunch, go to their office, a place of business, whatever is easiest for them. I tell all my clients to go to a coffee shop in their city, and ideally like the same coffee shop over and over. That way people start getting to know you. Ideally, if you go to the same coffee shop and the waitresses know you and they call you by your first name and you tip them big your first couple times, they will start hyping you up in front of people. They were gonna be like, wow, it's amazing to see you again, Boris. It's gonna be like, that is what I teach my clients to do. And this makes a great first impression because this person that's sitting in front of you is like skeptical if you're a good human being or not. They're skeptical if you can even help them. They're skeptical if you're like even like just real, legit, right? But when someone comes in and makes that first impression for you right off the bat, they kind of like ease down and they kind of like just trust you a little bit. They chill out a little bit. And so you want to make sure that the meetings are an hour. If a client calls you and they're like, Boris, yo dude, I only have 15 minutes. Do not take the meeting. This meeting needs to be an hour because you want to follow this framework, right? If they're just trying to shortcut that, dude, no. Reset the meeting. You need to follow this exact framework if you want to make a lot of money, because if you frame the meeting the right way, now you don't come off salesy. Right now, you come off as someone that is actually willing to help them out. Let me break down what I mean, right? Most people are scared to make the pitch at the end of the meeting. But if you frame it the right way, now they are expecting the pitch. And not only are they expecting the pitch, they're wondering if they are a good fit for it. And so what you want to do is you're going to say, hey, thank you for meeting with me. I'm excited to hear all about your business. I'm excited to hear about what you're doing for acquisition, why you even started the business in the first place. And in the end, if I think I could truly help you out, and if I think we're a good fit to work together, I'm going to make you an offer at the end of the meeting. Does that sound fair? That's chill, right? Nothing crazy, nothing like too salesy. And they're going to be like, yeah, awesome. But the words you said was, if I think that we're a good fit to work with each other, and if I think you're a good fit for my offer, I'm going to make you a pitch. I'm going to make you an offer. So now it's like reverse psychology. Now they're wondering, am I a good fit to work with them? Versus, hey, am I sure about this guy? So right off the bat, you framed it. For 30 minutes after that, you need to get to know them. Literally no sales talk, just get to know them. I know this might sound like a waste of time, but this is what's going to get you more sales than you've ever made in your life. Because here's the thing. Most people will go straight for the pitch. You will literally just like sell. What you need to do is listen. Hear them out, right? Get to know why they started the business. And guess what? When you're starting to hear them out, when you're listening to them, they're going to give you so much ammo. They're going to give you ammo, and that is what you need at the end when they give you rebuttals. When they give you any objections, you can then use that ammo to break down those objections. And when you actually listen to them, it makes the sale a lot easier because they build trust with you right off the bat. So listen to them. Why did they start the business? How long have they been in the game? Do they have a family? Why are they doing this? Like, why they name it this business? Why this industry? Like, these little questions that will give you ammo, and these questions that will actually show them that you care. After that, you want to give them a pitch. And so when you're making your pitch, you do something called the Google breakdown. And I'm going to break down exactly how you can do this. And so prior to the meeting, do a little homework and find out where they rank on Google. A lot of these businesses are relying on Google. And here's another thing I want you to see. How many of these businesses are in your actual city that you need to start calling out and helping? And when you run a local ad, they all start coming your way. And so here's the thing. Say I'm talking to a business and I find out he's on the 3rd page, right? I scroll down, he's on the 3rd page. I'm like, oh, damn, I can use that as ammo, right? And so what I'm going to do then is be like, hey, Bobby, I see that you're relying on Google and you mentioned you're relying on word of mouth. Here's the truth, man. You're on the 4th page. There are 50 other businesses ahead of you. And not only that, we live in a convenient society. People would rather call the top 3 businesses versus finding and scrolling down 5 pages to find you, right? And so once they see how much business they're actually competing with and how many competitors they have in their city, it like opens up a spark in their eyes. They're like, oh, dang, like, dude, I might need a transition. I might need a new method. I might need to start utilizing Instagram. And the best part is, majority of these businesses are relying on outdated strategies. Majority of these businesses do not have a dialed-in Instagram. And that makes your sale so much easier. You show them. You don't just tell them. You show them what it actually looks like for them and why the business has slowed down, because they're competing with a lot more people in their city. After that, you want to spend 15 minutes closing the deal, handling any objections, and you also want to mention that you have a zero down option. This is an absolute game changer. This will make you so much more money. Another thing, I'll break down what the zero option is in a couple seconds, but one thing to keep in mind is hear them out. Let them tell you about why they started the business. Let them open up about the troubles they're dealing with. Let them just be vulnerable. Let them just talk. Because the more you can listen to them and be present and not make the pitch right off the bat, the more they'll actually like working with you. And they'll actually choose you because of that. Not many people are just willing to hear them out. And so you need to use Affirm and Klarna for your advantage. Guys, these are tools that allow you to close deals for $0 down. Clients can sign up for $0 down month one and get paid, and you get paid in full right away. This is something all my clients have been using. We've been teaching them how to use this. And it's something we've been using forever. Like, we literally have clients joining our program every single day, and they join for $0 down. And all they need is a 600 credit and a pulse, and to be a decent human being, because we reject a lot of people because we don't want to work with a bunch of degenerates. We love the people we work with. We actually connect with them. We actually hang out with them and do masterminds and stuff. And so use this to your advantage. Affirm and Klarna are an absolute game changer. And you can literally enable this within like 5 minutes on Stripe, and it's an absolute game changer. And this allows you to send them a payment link, and they're going to see payment options. And they could choose. They could literally join for $6,000. You get paid $6,000 in full, and they join for literally $200 a month and $0 down. Right now, you are relying on people to sign up with the cash they have in their pocket, the cash they have in their wallet, the credit, and the cash. And that's absolutely brutal, because a lot of the businesses you're going to talk to don't have money. They don't have a lot of money, and that's okay. What are you going to do? Just like not take them on? No. Go close them using these tools. And you need to innovate. You need to be ahead of the curve. And so keep that in mind. You want to start implementing Affirm and Klarna. All right, so now that you're closing deals, you need to be able to fulfill the right way to make sure you get your clients results. Because there's nothing more important than getting your clients results. If your clients don't win, then you don't win in business. Like, literally the only way to actually win in this game long term is to make sure your clients get an ROI. And so you got to make sure you understand that this is a done with you offer. You help them implement it. You will not be in their ads manager. You won't be posting their content. You're not going to be doing any of that stuff. You're literally going to help them start to finish. So what they're going to do is they're going to pay you $6,000 implementation fee. They fill out a form, giving you a ton of value, and you're going to work with them for 1 to 3 months, right? So you help them optimize their bio, schedule a content day, you script your client's ad, and here's the thing, we help you do this. Me and my team will literally script every single one of your clients' ads so it's done the right way, because like I said, there's nothing more important than your clients winning. And on top of that, we give our clients a library of literally 60 plus different ad examples in different industries. Like, these are industries like all over, home remodelers, moving companies, like laundry services, like literally 60 different industries that we give our clients. That way they can leverage those client wins as well. So again, you stick to the game plan, and you have a call with them to dial this in. So you finalize script and plan out nurturing content. After that, you shoot the content, edit content, and it's launch day. Launch day is extremely important. You want to make sure that their Meta account and Instagram account is set up the right way. You help them post and launch the ad. That way they have leads coming in every single day. And you help them dial in the CRM and KPI tracking sheet, which is obviously what we give our clients. And so after that, your client's job is to close deals. And you help them implement a VA setting framework that crushes. And we give it to you guys. We literally, I give this to my clients. And so setting flow, literally just copy paste this document for every single business, just plug and play into their business. And so we teach them exactly how to do this. And after that, we help them launch the ad. There's giveaways and retargeting ads and all this fun stuff. You help them absolutely crush it with this process. And so I know this looks like a whole lot, but this essentially is you helping them turn their Instagram into a funnel. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep them accountable. You're going to hold them accountable, right? So you're going to have Zoom calls with these clients every single 2 weeks and Slack check-ins weekly. What I mean by be proactive with Slack is, dude, literally go message them. Don't wait for your clients to hit you up. Message them, right? So like, message them and be like, hey, how can I help you out? How are your leads coming in? How many sales have you gotten so far? How can I serve you? How can, whatever it takes. Be proactive and check in with them. And then again, do Zoom calls with them every 2 weeks for accountability. And so if you want to do some simple math, you meet with them twice a month on Zoom, and then you check in once or twice a week on Slack. That means, guess what? You're doing 6 calls total for the 3 months. It means you're getting paid $1,000 an hour with this offer. This is how you become a lot more valuable to the marketplace, and yet make a lot more money and get your clients an ROI. So like, one thing I'm trying to show you with this offer is it's no longer how much time do I need to implement, or how much time do I need to give to this client, how many edits, how many shoot days, how many whatever, right? It's how much value can I give? Because once you play the value game, you can then spend a lot less time and become a lot more valuable and make them a lot more money. And it needs you to have a whatever it takes mentality. Whatever it takes to get your clients results. The only way for you to win this game of business is to help your clients truly win. A lot of people get this wrong. A lot of people literally just think about money, money, money. Like literally the reason we've been in the game for 7+ years and I made over like $5 million in this online space is because, and a big portion of that came this year. So there's a huge compound effect in business. The only way you get there is you can take care of people, right? And so that's what we've been able to do with our clients. That's why our videographers are absolutely crushing. And so now that you've gotten your clients' results, let's talk about upsells. How do you keep clients paying you month after month after month for years? How do you make a lot of money in your sleep? And guess what? Upsells are extremely easy when your clients see a direct ROI. They need to be able to see the exact numbers in, numbers out, the exact return on investment working with you. And so you want to hold them accountable to keeping their KPIs dialed in. KPIs such as, and KPIs are key performance indicators. Basically a bunch of numbers that your clients are going to input, which then shows them the ROI that they're getting using your strategy and your funnel. And so ad spend, DM sent, conversations, intro calls offered, intro calls booked, sales calls, whatever, cash collected, and then obviously there's a few more things like ROAS, return on ad spend, and customer acquisition costs. These are very, very important things, right? But once you can show them the data, you become a lot more valuable because right now when you meet with clients, they're like, hey, what kind of ROI am I going to get from your service? And you're like, I don't know. You have nothing to say because you're selling them some content, dude. Like no wonder you're stuck. No wonder you're not making as much money as you could be. You don't have an answer to the biggest problem that they need, which is how to get more clients. You're so good behind the camera, yet you don't know how to freaking help them get an ROI. This is why you need this exact offer. When you show them how to do this, it becomes very clear. There's proof. There's proof that you help them make money. And guess what? When there's proof, you can help them make money using your offer. Guess what? You can charge more. You can make $30,000 for the year. So upsell, $2,500 a month, 12-month offer, $30,000 contracted. Month after month after month, they pay you because they keep seeing ROI. They keep seeing their numbers grow. They keep seeing, hey, I put $1 in, I get $7 out. I have this machine that prints leads every single day. So this is what you're going to upsell them on. But what does that upsell include, right? What are the deliverables? You want to give them more top of funnel ads, more ads that bring in leads every single day. You want to help them implement retargeting ads. Retargeting ads are not going to be on Meta Suite. These retargeting ads are going to be very simple ads, and they retarget every single person that's coming their way. Ads like this, right? You might have seen them on my Instagram, but these ads absolutely crush. And so these are done on Ads Manager, not Business Meta Suite. So you help them implement retargeting ads. This is something we help our clients implement and teach them how to do. Giveaway strategy, absolute killer strategy where they nurture up a ton of the people in their city, and this takes them to the next level. This builds their brand faster than ever, and this is something we give to our clients to help them implement. VA setters, you pretty much help them automate the entire setting process. That way, all they do is wake up and take phone calls and sales calls, and they just close deals. Very, very simple. More short form content. Ideally, another 15 videos. So this could be done in 2 different shoot days. So at least 3 more top of funnel ads and 15 more videos. And that way their page keeps looking more and more reputable in their city. This is what you're going to help them implement, right? And so here's the thing. If you're watching all this, and if you made it this far, you're actually serious about growing your business, right? But if you made it this far, you're like, dude, I want to dial this in the right way. And so if you want to take over your city and finally scale, then book in a call down below, because guys, we built a business in a box. How to launch the ads, first ad, second ad, third ad, when to launch retargeting ads, when to do this entire process, how to get your clients results. You can literally steal our clients' ads right here and leverage those for yourself, right? We give them to you. We give them everything, right? We have 4 calls a week. We've helped 200 plus videographers implement this exact system. We have so much social proof that you can literally click until your fingers get tired. On my YouTube, I have case study videos left and right being posted every single week of these videographers telling their story of what it's like working with us. But dude, if you're someone that is like content with where you're at and you just want to make an extra couple grand a month, probably not for you. I don't want to work with people that are not motivated. I want to work with people that are hungry to grow, trying to get to 30K a month, 50K a month and beyond, because it's more than possible. Because if a lot of these videographers can do this, so can you. You just need to get out of your own way and understand that your offer sucks. Content packages suck, and you don't have a way to get leads. And that's what we'll help you solve. So again, we built a business in a box. If you finally want to scale and take your business to the next level, book in a call down below. I'll see you in the next one.